Okay, I actually got some views and comments on some of my videos, which is honestly shocking. I mean, my videos are really bad. I'm not unaware of that. I get it. They are super low effort, very long, and I wouldn't watch me. I complain all the time. I get it. But, I have to make them anyway, whatever. And a guy made a great comment, very nice comment. I mean, he like went all down a big list of things that are wrong with my RF thing, and not in a shitty get good way either. He was like, you had problems. He imported my build to look at it. Like, I wasn't even really talking about my build. So kudos to that guy. Actually, let me see if I can grab his name or something. Yeah, it should be here. I'm looking at my YouTube page. It's kind of a thing. I don't know what I'm doing really. Where are the comments? Jesus Cristo. Okay. Yeah, big list of things. Cynik 45. And I will try to link to his channel. He's in a similar place as I am, it looks like as far as subscribers and stuff, but better. He's got more real ones, I think. Anyway, so yeah, I'll link to his stuff and say thanks, and all that in the description. But yeah, okay, so he's talking about, like, I'm looking at this list of stuff, and I'm going to go through it, and I'm going to try and talk about why I can't really do much with it, either in my case or because Poe sucks, or both. And I just want to say right off that a lot of the problem here is GGG making sadistic design choices. Like, they are design choices that are not about pleasing the player. Like, if they are, it's incidental. So first thing he says, you are uncapped res without flasks. Flask's not always up. You should fix this with some simple gear changes. Is that true? Oh, yeah, okay. First of all, this dropped for me in Toda, and this was the shield I was originally using. So I'm sure he's not wrong. Like, I'm sure my resistances were it's not that bad. I mean, I'm at least hitting my caps. I'm kind of not sure what he means now. We'll just go to the next one, because I'm sure he's right. Using Vitality Arrogance setup to actually trigger Reservation Mastery that gives... Yeah, okay, that's just a big oversight on my part, but there's gem slot pressure. And the reason I don't have anything shunted to life and the reason I even had that, to be honest, is because I think it's there. No, it's the other one. Where is it? It's around here somewhere. Yeah. This character was Exsanguinate Minds, and I reserved most of my life ball on that one, and I guess I just completely overlooked it. But yeah, trying to at least reserve a little bit of life somewhere, that's obviously a good idea. But like I said, there's a lot of gem pressure, and I do need to just look at that right now. Now, I was using that mainly, like I said, because it was part of the other build. I dared to touch my eyes, and now they burn, so... It's amazing how an eye can burn and itch at the same time. Like you'd think burning, itching would be self-scratching. You know, that you'd think that would feel good actually, because it's kind of like it's itching but something is scratching it at the same time. So it's like constantly like, ah. But no, that's not how the body works, because, you know, nature is awful. Oh. I think I was just, honestly, I think I was just saving that because it's an off color and I didn't want to burn chroma and stuff. So yeah, a lot of this is just my bad. I get it. So many skill points. 4? It's costing me 4 skill points? No, I like it though. It's good for defense. He's like that necromancer amulet that takes crap. What's it called? I don't have one handy. Anyway, it's like it takes life from specters before you. And also it's just cool, you know. I hadn't played with it before. But again, I suppose I could put those 4 points somewhere else or get better jewels. Now, yeah, okay. He says, having 20% damage reduction. Nice, but you could quadruple your effective HP with a tree where you work and get in more max rest. Yeah, he basically says dump the right side of the tree. And again, he's right, but this character is not, it was not built as RF. And I kind of want the option of going back to Sang Mines more gracefully if I have to. But that boils down to a Poe complaint. Like dump all this. I get it. Yeah, that's good advice for an RF. But I want to be able to go back to the whole Eldritch Battery thing for the Sang Mines, because that build used RF too. That's what inspired me to try and convert this to RF, is because it used RF just for the spell damage buff. But at the same time, I have made a lot of changes since then, and regrets are cheap. Guess my biggest hesitation is I don't really have a build to copy. Like, I guess I would need to go to the ladder and look at the trees that RF Inquisitors have and try and copy that. It's good advice, but man, it's daunting. I may end up doing it though. So yeah, he basically says go down the left side of the tree into Marauder. And he's offering a POB. He has a path of building that for a tree I could copy. Way to go, guy. Cynik is a nice dude. You're expecting to mind over matter to cause you to take 40%. Yeah, I know. It's not completely wasted. That's a good point. He says by reserving all, like, by reserving all my mana and then having life tap on everything, it's wasted because I never have mana anyway, and that's why I'm using the life tap. But I need a like unreserved mana to make good hit use of mind over matter. I was just using it for a little bit of extra regen, basically. And yeah, you're right. The brutal restraint is giving me nothing but dexterity, and that's the point. I literally just did that for dexterity. Now, he says I should drop Kikazaru. Not a big fan of that because I like the reduced curse effect, because curse effect basically, I feel like it's one of those things you have to do for a character. You have to annihilate curses somehow because they multiply the nonsense on rares, and you end up having to have 200 max res resistance to get through, you know, you're being Ellie weaked or whatever. I just feel like I have to do it because GGG makes you layer so many defenses to try and stop one-shots. And he suggests doing some shopping. And again, he's not wrong. You know, buy a ring, some rare ring with all this stuff, but it's going to cost 8 div, you know, to check all the boxes and actually make the character survive in end game content, when really it's not end game. It's game. It's how you're supposed to play. It's how they balance everything. They expect everybody to go through the 60-hour slog to get to this point in the game, and that's when the actual game begins. Like, it's not like the game ends at T16 83 mapping. No. The game ends when you have a 200 div character and you're carrying people on TFT to kill Super Exarch, Uber Exarch in like one shot. You know, that's the real end game. So, And a better timeless tool, yeah. It'd be great if I had money and all that. And of course, no way of inflicting exposure, right, because I have to buy 8 div gloves that have the curse and the correct implicit and the corrupt and all this other bullshit you have to have just to start doing decent damage to stuff that has 90 rare mods and 90 map mods and is possessed by a god and all this shit. Yeah, you're right. I could do better on my stick, but RF, and by stick I mean that, you know. But the problem is, RF is meta, and I have to just dump tons of div into every slot to get anything decent because everybody wants one, and the market is completely saturated by rich players printing div and everything else in Sanctum. The body swap is convenience. The body swap puts me on top of enemies that are hitting me from far away. And also, it's a defensive layer. It amounts to automated flame dashing. Like, let's say they fire a burst of 5 things at me. The first thing hits me, I teleport to them. I've skipped being hit by 4 things. I've watched it save my life several times. So even if I had a good character, I would still do the body swap thing for sure, because I can ignore radius. I can, like, my character will just be jumping around, burning everything that dares touch him, and if nothing touches him to hit and proc body swap, then, you know, the only real threat at that point would be damage over time effects. And what can I do about that? You know, except be moving already and all that stuff. Am I using Malevolence? I'm probably using Malevolence for, if I am. Huh, okay. Oh, well, yeah, he says put it in a blasphemy slot and flammability. Yeah, but slot pressure is the thing. But yeah, the life tap point is solid. I could probably do that. So really, the only 2 pieces of advice that I can actually take, it seems, is fix the mind over matter thing. You know, to fix the, what is it? Life tap, socket pressure. Squeeze in some kind of, life reservation to proc the 1% max fire res from the mastery, and probably some different flasks I always suck at flasks. That's just on me. Spell damage does nothing for the build. Yeah. Where is it? Doesn't it say? Yeah, I seem to remember that annoying me in the past. Like, it has the spell tag. It doesn't say spell damage doesn't apply. It itself grants spell damage. But I believe he's correct that having spell damage doesn't improve righteous fire. Now, like I said, this used to be a it does help with fire trap though, but yeah, like this used to be a sang miner, and it RF was used expressly to increase the damage of those mines. So I gotta decide, do I want to commit to it? Like, do I want to dump the regrets and brick the build? But he did give me a POB, so I do at least need to load that up and look at it. But man, I feel like once I go down that road, I'm just going to completely destroy the thing. Like, it at least can run around in T16s now. I can do crimsons. I feel like I need to at least save up more money before I go down that road. So yeah, thanks, man. I mean, it's good advice. I took it seriously. I will take it seriously, and I'm gonna lean in that direction. But I don't know. I don't have a lot of hope for this build. And I know you want me to dump the build, but I like having Rampage. Rampage is cool, and the movement speed on the Timeless is cool. You know, because the whole idea is like a pharaoh. It means theft in Latin, and the idea is this is a heister. But you know, if it sucks, then it's gonna suck in heist too. So yeah, it's fair points all around. I just wish GG made it easier to swap around. Like, some simple quality of life stuff would be cool. Like, if I could just, like in POB, if I could just unspec that and it goes and cuts all this stuff off, that'd be great. At the very least, I could do... So he says just pull these. All right. I'm going to do the low-hanging fruit. But before I mess with it too much, I do need to go load his POB. All right, so... Okay, so search for the word POB. POB description, latest video, and he wrote this 2 hours ago, so it really is the latest video. Videos 2 weeks ago. RF Elementalist. There's the pub. Opening path building. Holy crap, what a completely different build. He's got clusters. Well, one cluster. Well, no. Yeah, full set, large, medium, and small. A bunch of tattoos. Yeah, see, I mean, thank you, but God. Cynik. Cynik's RF. C-Y-N-I-R. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. God, tattoos, man. They've completely itemized the skill tree. We no longer have just a skill tree. Now it's just nothing but trade chores. I was not happy with the inclusion of cluster jewels because of that. They made it pay to win in divines, you know, and it's... guess I just have to adapt to the new reality, because that's definitely going to stay that way. Like I'll put my money where my mouth is right now and just say they are absolutely going to make Total Core. I mean, 100%. I'd bet my account on it. So yeah, like wipe out all this, you know, just go down here, put a thing here, and then go all the way into here. I think he goes nearly to the champion area. Yeah, he makes it all the way down to prismatic skin. Where is it? It's down here somewhere. So, I don't know. Man, I don't know. Hey, DJ. So, yeah, I will take that seriously. Thanks again for the advice, man. But I got to get in the mood to do that kind of crap right now. So I'm going to just go ahead and upload this.